Hello and welcome to my channel. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to do so. It really means the world to me. So today is a very exciting video. It is actually an unboxing video because I got myself not one, but two pairs of shoes from the Christian Louboutin and Maison Margiela collaboration. So I have been waiting to get these shoes in the mail so that I can actually show them to you. I bought both of these pairs of shoes from the Christian Louboutin website, but the collaboration is also available obviously on the Maison Margiela website as well. And by the way, if you are a private client with Farfetch, you have probably seen that they also have some shoes from this collaboration available for private clients as well. In any case, so the collaboration dropped about a month ago on March 12th. And if you know me, if you have been watching my channel, honestly, if there is a collaboration that was made for me, this is it. Because I am a big fan of Maison Margiela ever since I found out about that design house back in, I do not know, 2007, 2008, when I first started buying luxury. And then obviously Christian Louboutin also is just such a classic brand when it comes to shoes. And also, if you know me, I absolutely love Margiela tabbies. I do not care what the internet says about them. I know that they get a lot of hate, a lot of different types of jokes about them online, but I just love those shoes. I have had a pair ever since I first started buying Maison Margiela stuff, and I do think that tabbies are so cool and they are incredibly comfortable, at least in my opinion. So anyway, back to the collaboration. As you probably know, just like with many of these collaborations, there were two sides to the collaboration. So you basically had the Christian Louboutin shoes executed by Maison Margiela, and then you had the Maison Margiela side, so like Maison Margiela shoes executed by Christian Louboutin. Again, if you know me at all and if you have been watching my channel, you could probably guess that actually both of these shoes are from the Maison Margiela side, as in Maison Margiela shoes executed by Christian Louboutin. But with this being said, I also do want to mention that I really like some of the models of shoes that were done by Maison Margiela for Christian Louboutin. I think they were done in a very interesting way. So basically, you had like a deconstructed pair of shoes where you would see the underlining layer, I guess, of the shoe or the boot, because it was done with a pair of shoes, but also with a pair of boots. So you had this kind of underlining of the shoe that is visible from beneath like strips of black leather. I'm going to put some pictures and maybe videos just so that you can really understand me better. But I felt that Maison Margiela, kind of as a brand, really showed kind of this ability to do really cool deconstructed stuff when they took their approach to Christian Louboutin. And then on the other side of the collaboration, you basically had quite a few different versions of tabby shoes that are so iconic to Maison Margiela. And these tabby shoes were executed by Christian Louboutin. So you basically have a sexier, a little bit of an updated and cleaned up look for the tabby. So again, I'm just going to repeat myself, but both shoes I actually got from the Maison Margiela side of the collaboration. So both of these pairs are actually tabby shoes. So I'm warning you right now, in case you are not into tabby shoes, then maybe this video is not for you. But I hope that you stick around and I hope that you stay with me to actually unbox and look at these shoes. Now, another quick note, I did buy both of these shoes in the United States, and I actually shipped them to a warehouse address, which I have through Shipito. I'm going to link the Shipito website in the description box down below, just in case you are interested. And then I used Shipito to ship these shoes to the location where I am currently located, and it is in Eastern Europe. So if you're interested in this way of shopping, let me know in the comments down below, and I can actually film a separate video talking about my Shipito experience and all of the different things that are associated with that. So both shoes arrived in a really good condition. Well, I mean, obviously they arrived in good condition, but when it comes to packaging and things like this, you know, I got the bags, as you see right here. I got the boxes. So I feel like I basically got kind of the full experience when it comes to shopping these types of collaborations online. And by the way, my name is Lisa, and I'm your guide to savvy luxury shopping no matter where in the world you are. Subscribe to my channel to learn more about strategic luxury shopping with the emphasis on quality and timelessness of your items. Anyway, so I talked a lot. Let's go ahead and get into the unboxing. So first, let me unbox this smaller box right here. So once again, I got the bag, I got the box with the shoes inside of this bag. You can see that the bag itself got a little bit damaged during the shipping, but the other bag right here is actually in a very, very good, pristine condition. So I'm happy about that as well, because when it comes to this kind of rare items and collaborations, I really do like to keep all of this packaging. And it's not because I'm actually planning to resell these items. I don't think I ever will. It is because I just kind of like the full experience, and I like to keep some of these kind of special bags and boxes and packaging when it comes to my luxury designer collection. Okay, so let me show you the shoes. I got the box right here, which comes in a tissue paper, and ta-da! This is the box. So by the size of the box, you can probably guess that these are actually flat shoes. And in fact, they are. Let me open the box itself. So we've got not one, but two little bags for the shoes. I like having two bags, because you're getting two shoes. So therefore, there should be two little packing bags to go with them as well. And here we got a pair of these patent leather Bordeaux amazing looking tabbies from the Christian Louboutin and Maison Margiela collaboration. So let me show you one of these shoes kind of close up. And I'm also going to make sure that I actually include some B-roll as well. So these are the shoes right here. So if you have been watching my channel, you probably know that I do not necessarily like patent leather that much. I definitely do not like patent leather on handbags. I just think it is just way too shiny, at least for a handbag. But in an accessory like this, especially when it comes to this special collaboration, I really like this Bordeaux color. It kind of reminds me basically of the color that we have seen in a lot of collections from Gucci, and it was a popular color, I would say, maybe last year in the spring season and also in the summer, or even maybe back in the fall. I really don't remember. But in any case, I feel like this is basically a classic color that will always look really nice and really relevant. And I also like having accessories, shoes and handbags and maybe belts that are actually not black, simply because I am so incredibly tired of constantly styling black stuff. So back to the shoes, they come with the red sole, basically, right, as a pair of Christian Louboutin shoes. And they also come with this protective sticker that I'm going to remove right now, because I know for sure that I will be keeping these shoes to myself. So here they are, the red sole tabby flats from Christian Louboutin and Maison Margiela collaboration. By the way, if you look online, all of the shoes in this collaboration have really fun and outstanding names. So this pair right here, I believe, is actually called Marlougiela. And I just now looked on the website, at least on the Maison Margiela website, and you can still get these shoes. There are some sizes available. I think they are selling out, and definitely a lot of the popular sizes are gone, but some sizes are still available. By the way, I got myself size 39, which is like the regular size of flat shoes that I'm wearing, or this is the regular size that I normally wear, and these shoes fit perfectly. Another quick note, I was concerned about the patent leather being a bit tough and kind of rough on my feet, but on the inside, these shoes are regular leather, and overall they feel really soft. So what I usually say about leather in my regular tabby shoes is that the leather is really soft, which makes the shoes really comfortable because they fit like a glove, but for your feet. And I kind of feel similar about these shoes right here. They are slightly of a different cut than a regular pair of tabbies. I feel like this is, as I mentioned, like a sexier pair of tabbies. Like the toe shape is different from the regular tabbies, and the height of the shoe is also different. But still, when I tried them on, I get a similar feeling. They kind of are really soft and they fit like a glove. By the way, if you maybe have wide feet or kind of, I don't know, big toes, I feel like this toe box right here actually is kind of tall enough to accommodate wide feet and maybe wide toes. I don't know, because this is how I feel about my feet. I actually run a lot, so sometimes it is difficult for me to wear narrow shoes simply because my feet and my toes are always beat up and always so incredibly tired. But with these shoes right here, this is really not a problem at all. So let me show you both of these shoes, like the pair together. So this nice Bordeaux color. And by the way, on the back here, on the heel, you have this signature white stitch for Maison Margiela, which to me is always such a nice, interesting, understated detail. These are the type of details that to me make luxury fashion really interesting and really special. And actually, since I've been talking about regular tabbies and kind of comparing them to these tabbies or these Marlougiela shoes right here, let me go and get a pair of regular tabbies and just kind of show you a comparison. So this is sort of one-to-one comparison of a regular tabby, and this is the only regular tabby that I actually have right now, and also this tabby from the collaboration. I mean, you can see how the toe box and the shape is really completely different. I don't know how to explain it, but to me, the version from Christian Louboutin just looks kind of like a sexier version of this regular tabby right here. But even though it looks so different, and I would admit that this shoe right here does look much more narrow, to me, they basically feel kind of the same when I try them on. Once again, the shoe from the collaboration is just kind of similarly soft, and because the toe box right here is so tall, it actually allows for enough space to accommodate your foot. Anyway, so here we go. These are the first pair of shoes that I wanted to unbox today. Okay, so let's look at the second pair of shoes that I got. And this bag or packaging from these shoes really arrived completely intact, which I am super, super happy about. So let me get them out. Okay, so we have a bigger box right here, which means I actually purchased a pair of high-heeled shoes from this collaboration. Look, I've been saying for quite some time on this channel that I just don't wear high-heeled shoes as much anymore. I'm just a little bit too tired. My feet often hurt because I run and I train a lot. So I'm just really not bothered when it comes to high heels. And I guess I'm just not 20 something years old anymore either. So it becomes more and more difficult to just keep using and keep wearing high heeled shoes. But when I saw these shoes specifically, I thought that they looked so beautiful and unique and kind of timeless and perhaps different. All of those things that I actually really love about luxury fashion. I decided that I simply must buy these high-heeled shoes from this collaboration. So again, looking online, the name of these shoes is Loubiella Shoes, if I pronounce that correctly. I do find it just nice and interesting how this collaboration and the shoes and everything, have different names. So let me show you these shoes right here. Once again, we've got two shoes, each one is wrapped individually in this, bag right here. So let me set it down and actually show you the shoes. All right, so let me show you this pair of high-heeled tabbies that I got in this platinum color. So on the internet, it basically says that these shoes are in platinum color, but looking at them very closely, I don't even know how to explain it very well, but it almost seems like you actually have white leather, and you've got kind of scales that are platinum, silver, gold tone color that are printed on top of that white leather. Now, honestly, I will probably have to be super careful when wearing these shoes because I can imagine how eventually the scales are just going to give way and they're going to get scratched up and, potentially sort of get removed from the shoe. But in any case, I will be quite careful. I'm quite OCD with all of my things, even though I do use and I do wear all of my things. But when I saw these shoes online, I just thought that they were so incredibly beautiful. Even though they are tabby shoes, I feel like they are just this ultimate sexy and pretty and kind of, I don't know, cleaned up version of a tabby. So I absolutely fell in love with them. I would say these shoes are the reason that I got 2 pairs of shoes from this collaboration. These ones are a little less practical. They have a high heel, so I'm not going to be wearing them that much. But together with them, I actually wanted to have another pair of tabbies, like the flat tabbies that I just showed you, that are from this collaboration, but I could wear them more on a daily basis because they are flats. Anyway, these shoes right here obviously come with the red sole and there is a sticker. I know I'm going to be keeping these shoes, so the sticker is coming off for sure. We don't have a need for it anymore. And here you go. You've got this red sole and the tabby shoes. I just think this looks so beautiful and unique. And on the back, once again, on the back strap right here, you actually have the white stitch, which is signature of Maison Margiela. I'm going to remove this and just kind of show you how the shoe looks. Looks so beautiful. On the inside here, you see Maison Margiela Paris limited edition written in French, which I'm not going to pronounce, but yes. So it's Christian Louboutin and Maison Margiela limited edition. So beautiful. I'm going to remove this cushioning. So this is how these shoes look. So because this pair of shoes has a high heel, I actually got them in size 39.5, which is what I normally do when I buy something with heels, because I know I need just a little bit more room. And yeah, I'm excited to be able to wear them for the first time at some point, hopefully quite close in the future. I just think they're such a beautiful, sexy pair of Maison Margiela tabbies with a heel executed by Christian Louboutin. And before I go today, I wanted to show you the other shoe as well. So these are these Loubiella shoes as a pair together in this platinum color, a collaboration of Christian Louboutin and Maison Margiela. To me, they're just so incredibly beautiful, so incredibly unique, so different, and I'm just really excited about having them in my collection. These shoes are not going anywhere. They are staying with me and they're going to be part of my collection of items that I truly and genuinely think are unique and different and interesting and represent true luxury and designer fashion. Anyway, that's it for me today. I'm gonna clean up and put all of the shoes away, and thank you so much for watching. And I'm actually going to link all of these shoes that I mentioned today in the description box down below in case they're still available. As I mentioned, I looked online before filming this video, and there are some sizes from this collaboration that are still available for purchase online. And as I mentioned, the collaboration actually dropped on March 12th, which is about a month ago. In any case, once again, thank you so much for watching this unboxing video. Let me know down in the comments below in case you actually purchased any of the shoes from this Maison Margiela and Christian Louboutin collaboration. And before you go, please watch another Savvy Luxury video right here. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Take care and bye-bye.